Recording?
Yes, hold on a second. I'm gonna forget this. Hello, hello, yes. So everyone, I'm here with another great filmmaker from the US, Mr. Keith. He made this beautiful, funny short film because The Struggle.
Yep.
Keith, how are you?
I'm doing great. Little jet lagged, but I'm okay.
Hey, we thank you that you came to Stockholm all the way from the US. We appreciate that big time. Thank you, huh?
Well, I have to tell you, there's a dual reason that I came to Stockholm. I have a good friend that lives in Sweden, and she said, "You never come visit," and you guys gave me an excuse. So.
So we are responsible for that, yes. So tell me about The Struggle. Where is this idea coming from?
Well, it just comes from looking at how the mundane things in life tend to be the things that really bother us more than anything else. I don't know how much it's like that for people in Europe, but in America, people always complain about the little things, and I wanted to take that and just kind of blow it up and kind of show how absurd it is. But in that absurdity, we also recognize these universal truths, which is it's the little stuff in life that really builds into the big things. And as you've seen the film, the husband is actually he's actually the architect of his own undoing, which is something else that I think plays everywhere.
Right. Keith, you are a writer. Is this your short film as a director, or you have done before?
Now, this is my second film as a director. My first one, which was called Be Home Soon, was actually about spousal abuse. So completely the other end of the spectrum. So,
right.
But in terms of the stuff that I write, this is the fourth film that I've written that has actually been produced. It's the third one I've produced, it's the second one I've directed, and my first time in Stockholm, so 4, 3, 2, 1. That's perfect.
And I think we know each other a couple of your interacts, right?
Yeah, so actually my first produced film, Mist, Giuseppe Pisano was actually in it, and you were, I think he was in your film festival back then, and you know him.
Giuseppe studied with me in New York.
That's right, yeah. And so Sean must have studied with you
Sean as well. Yes.
Yeah, and then of course, and then Foca, you know, from that, and also Swung was in your film festival. So, in Barcelona.
Wow, so this is amazing. This is the good thing about filmmaking, huh? That it's such a small world when you start getting all this connection.
You know, it's funny because you would think that with the number of people doing independent film that you'd never run into the same person ever again. But sure enough, it's like you're constantly bumping into the same people over and over, or people that know somebody in your circle, which actually makes it feel more like a community, which as an independent filmmaker is important because we don't get the recognition that you would get, you know, if you were a big budget film from Hollywood. But that doesn't mean that the talent isn't the same. It doesn't mean that the energy isn't the same. So it's nice to actually know that there are other people like you that are trying to create art that don't get the same level of recognition that you would get from big budget productions.
Right. Keith, how long was the process of The Struggle, from beginning to end to what we're gonna watch in a few minutes?
So the idea actually had been kind of in the back of my mind for a long time, but then as soon as I realized who it was that I wanted to play the husband, it was literally, I showed him the halfway finished script. He said he loved it, he loved the idea, he wanted to do it. I said, great. That was in March of last year. By the middle of May we were shooting. Then post-production and all that other fun stuff goes until September. So in total, 6 months.
6 months, wow. I mean, we can see that in that film. So it's a short film, but very well done, huh?
Thanks, I appreciate
Every detail, yeah. So the editing was a struggle, even being that short? I guess so, right?
Well, you know, it's funny because when you look back at the films, I mean, the film itself, from beginning to end, including titles, is about 4.5 minutes. But we have 2 hours of footage. But the person that Foca, who actually directed a couple of my films, sat with me in the editing booth. He actually is a whiz with editing.
Yeah.
And you know, as we were going through it, you know, it was nice because I kind of made suggestions, and then I saw his reactions to the things that they did. And he showed me how to tweak a few things, and then I asked for a couple of tweaks. And I think the process, the initial rough cut editing was less than a day.
So we are very proud to have you in Stockholm.
Thanks.
This is an honor, Keith, and best of luck in your nominations. Today is the gala night. Are you feeling excited? Of course.
Oh yeah, of course I'm excited. I'm looking forward to bringing home the huge trophy.
There you
So,
go.
yeah.
Yes, that's the spirit. Thank you. Huh?
Thank you.
See you guys. Yes.
Cut.